Hey guys, Ben Simpson here at SIMPSON VLOGS and welcome to another explained video. This is a requested video from a friend of mine. Thank you for this one. This was interesting to learn about for myself. Yeah, the Great Wall of China. What can I say about it? One of the greatest wonders of the ancient to medieval to modern age. It is just, you can see it from space. What more do I need to say about it from an architectural or art point of view in terms of a world wonder? But it had a real and true practical purpose. And a very long history, almost as long as it. So sit back, grab a snack, grab a drink, kick your feet up. Most importantly, like, comment, and subscribe, and have fun here on the channel. Have fun. Just have fun. Check out links down below. We've got SIMPSON Plays. We've got a donation link if you can, willing, and able to. And we have got my new website along with TikTok, Instagram, Result, and Twitter for you lovely faces to enjoy. So, the Great Wall of China then. How much do you know about the wall? Because it's not just one wall. It is actually a wall built from a series of walls. For those of you who don't understand China, or the history of China, it's not very touched upon here in the West. Very rarely do you hear anything beyond the Mongols invading or Mulan. There's nothing else to China beyond that. There's nothing else. Beyond that, China are looked at in the modern day where they're seen as communism and they're seen as the enemy to the West. That's where China's looked at. But we need to go back, far back in time. We need to cast ourselves 5,000 years back and look at China. China was not unified. It was similar to many places. Warring tribes. Eventually the warring tribes modernized enough to become warring states. And the warring states of the north were the most powerful. And always the most constantly at war. These states, I think Yan, Zhao, and Qing are situated in modern day the Hubei northern state of China, where the Great Wall is, or majority of it anyway. So this wall was a series of walls designed to not protect them against each other. Coincidentally, only in Beijing was a wall dedicated facing a fellow Chinaman. The wall was facing the north, the Manchurian provinces of modern day China anyway, but back then warring tribes, Mongols, Huns, nomads from the north, from pillaging the rich and prosperous areas of northern China. When the warring states were unified under the Zhao Dynasty? The Zhao Dynasty? Is it? No, sorry. QI. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. QI Dynasty. When they were unified, when the north at least anyway, but most of China was unified, they needed to protect their northern thing as a whole now, not just themselves from the nomads. So obviously the capital was situated in the north. The north was the rich area. They connected the walls. It was a very expensive process in both material and labor and financial costs. A lot of people died building the Great Wall of China. But it was built. It was connected. And it was continuously upgraded. So you would have parts built of stone, parts built of marble, parts built of brick and mortar, and they were connected. And they continue to upgrade it as new processes, new technology of building walls. They continue to upgrade it. And that's the key thing about the Great Wall of China. You don't really see that with any other wonder. The pyramids of Giza weren't updated. Okay, they weren't renovated with new techniques. The Great Colossus wasn't renovated with new techniques. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were not renovated with new. They were maintained. They were maintained, but they weren't kind of pulled down and renovated. Updated, like updating a software. You know, that is the key thing about the Great Wall of China, and it's what kept China protected for so long. They might have internal struggles, but they were not invaded by Mongolia or the nomads for a very long time, because you're not crossing that wall. That wall is 7-8 meters tall at certain places. Let me just put that in perspective. 8 meters tall. That is about the average height of 3 men, maybe 4 back in them days. Not only that, it is 5 meters thick. You're not blowing it up. You're not battering through it. It's 5 meters thick. Not it's 5 meters wide with hollow bit. It's 5 meters thick. Thick. You're not getting through it. Okay? You're not getting through the Great Wall of China easily. There's a reason why the Mongols went round it. Okay? You can't go through the Great Wall of China that easily. Okay? And there's no hopping over it like in Mulan. Okay? That was a serious fortification. Made stronger by its watchtowers, which they had smoke signals on. So if one side part of it was starting to get overwhelmed somehow, well, they light a fire, come save us. And the rest of everyone else that's not getting overwhelmed comes to that point, shows up the defences. It is a marvel, but it was practical. Now, the problem with anything, obviously, is that whilst it was updated a lot, it was updated most under the Ming Dynasty. It's why the Ming Dynasty is so famous. It's famous for its commerce and its art. It brought art to China. You know everything you see that from famous ancient China, the Great Wall itself, the designs of its temples, the designs of some of its other famous structures. It comes from Ming. The Ming Dynasty kind of really brought the Renaissance, as you could want to say, to China, and that didn't not fail to extend to the Great Wall itself. The Great Wall was constantly renovated for the next 500 years under the Ming Dynasty. It was a very illustrious period, and they continued to pay attention to their walls until the Mongols came. From then on, obviously the Mongols installed puppet emperors, the Manchurian dynasty, and obviously being the Manchurians, being from the north themselves, they did not want that wall to get renovated. It kept them out for how many years, So it was 300 years later, after 1644, the fall of the Ming Dynasty happens in 1644. After that, the Manchurian led dynasty of the emperors then paid no attention to the wall. They let it fall into destitute and ruin. And for a long time, it really looks like the Great Wall of China was gone. It was basically, nothing was built, basically. It was left to fall to ruin. It was that iconic wall that we always see, or people go to visit China for, would not exist without communism the West so hates. The famous communist leader of China, Mao, he wanted tourism. He wanted people to come to China to bring money into China. 1957, he orders the start of the reconstruction of the Great Wall of China. Now, this is the modern day. This is a China that is recovering from civil strife, civil wars, war with Japan from the World War II and before. It's a China that's not fully yet unified. And yet they pull off a marvel. The Great Wall of China is reconstructed in all of its glory. Each part is reconstructed and it's completely finished, as far as I'm aware, up until now. It took them a long time to finish it, but they got the job done. And without that, well, we would have lost perhaps one of the greatest architectural feats in human history. I mean, it's something you can see from space, man. Come on. What else can you say, man? I mean, the Great Pyramids of Giza are a marvel in their own right, especially when you consider how long ago they were built. But the Great Wall of China, even though it's been updated and updated and updated, it just shows human ingenuity, human dedication. It's just... It really does kind of paint all of the good qualities of humanity as a whole, as a society together. Dedication, teamwork, art, brilliance, smart, it's not easy being an architect. especially over. Look at where the Great China Wall, like look at the area it covers. It goes over mountains and hills, and it connects, and is strong. So yeah, it really is a marvel, and that's a bit of the history of the Great Wall of China. Several dynasties and countless emperors, and God knows how many coups and bloodbaths it has seen, but the Great Wall of China has forever stood for China and its defense. And now it defends it against economic ruin by bringing in tourists. Obviously, that's not China's main export anymore, but it brings in the money, it brings in tourists. It forever aids China. Whoever leads China, the Great Wall will continue to be their ally, whether it is to keep enemies out or to bring tourists in. The Great Wall of China has protected the Silk Road for thousands of years now, and continues to do so. Basically, protects the coffers, as they say. So I hope you enjoyed that little one. It was another short explained one, but it was a fun one for me to learn about personally, and I hope you guys enjoyed a bit of that too. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe down below, and hit the bell notification to keep up to date with everything going on this channel, not just this series. But if you want to check out SIMPSON Plays, which is also linked down there, my gaming channel, if you're not aware of that, please do that as well. Along down there is linked a donation link if you can, willing and able to. I don't have a Great Wall of China to bring in money for me, unfortunately. So be my wall. Also down there is my website and Rizzle, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter for your lovely faces to enjoy. So for the person who recommended the Great Wall of China being another explained, thank you very much. And if you guys are feeling like you want to recommend something that you personally want to know about, or want me to explain for you because you didn't get it when you read it, or didn't get it when someone else explained, I can do that. I am more than happy to do. Well, until next time, guys. Clearly, I need to have some food and some sleep. I'm gonna love you and leave you. Of course, if you didn't have fun, run it back again. Come on, it's the Great Wall of China. I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. Peace.